as parents, we have big responsibilities to our children. And one of those responsibilities, unfortunately, is discipline. A lot of children out there lack it. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see when a child is not listening to their parents, screaming and yelling, and the mom is embarrassed that their child is acting in such a way. You know, it sucks to see. And you know what? I mean, I can only assume that it's her fault. You know what I mean? Because, shit, like, my mom was, shit, no mercy. But, hey, that was, when we were told to do something, you know, we're only told once. And on that, hey, I ain't got no problem with it, you know, because I think we should only be told once. I have an obligation to my son, and teaching him discipline so he can understand self-discipline is a part of my responsibility. If I don't teach him this, it's not his fault, it's mine. If my son grows up to be a shithead, a piece of shit, I don't know, like this lady and her 2 kids, her grandkids that I just dealt with earlier, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you haven't put the math together while your kid's off the way he is. You know, I know, because it's kind of hard to take responsibility. I know there's so many out there that lack it. My son grows up shitty, it's on me. That's taking responsibility. I'm not going to let my son go out there and represent me as a shitty parent. I just won't. I told my son, hey, told him again, there's consequences. He suffered consequences. I didn't have to tell my kid multiple times. I told him once. He understood what comes, so I tell him again. Hey, you know what? It benefited him a lot more than it benefited me. Trust me. This is a little over 3 minutes, but this is how I'm going to end it. My son was a little bit older, you know, still a child, that's somewhere from 5 to 7, I think. And I asked him, he said this word a little outside his vocabulary. I said, hey, when we're going to go in the mall, I want you to understand that you're my representative. So I want you to be good and listen to me. Do you know what represent means? Representation. He said no. Well, if we go in the mall and you act up and misbehave and not listen to me, people will look at you and see that, and look at me and see me as a bad father, as a not so good of a person. That's representation. What they see somebody else, who they are about, is what they represent. You know what I mean? I don't even have to be there and you're acting up and he must have a bad dad. That would be representation. So if you're good in there and you behave and you listen to me, they're going to see a well-behaved child, a good kid, and say, oh, his parents must be good people. His dad must be a good person. That's what they'll see. That's a representation of me. You're a representation of me. So you should always do good and be on your best behavior, because it represents me as a good person. So, okay, I want to be good. I want you to be good too, son. Understand that people will look at your children and know that it's a reflection of you, despite however you view your child. If you think your child is an angel, but he's actually a little piece of shit, oh yeah, they'll say it. They just won't say it to you.